Welcome back. Trading on future events. Kalshi's prediction market site is surging, with investors buying positions on everything from sports to politics to who will be the next chairman of the Federal Reserve and who will win the best picture at the Oscars. Kalshi just announced a new partnership this week with Coinbase. At 29 years old, Kalshi's co-founder and chief operating officer, Luana Lopes Lara, was recently named the world's youngest self-made female billionaire, and she joins us right now. Luana, it's great to meet you and have you on the program. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
First off, how did you come up with this idea? Tell me about Kalshi and how you actually co-founded this company.
Right. Kalshi started from a simple premise. Both Tarek, my co-founder, and I wanted to create a financial market where you could trade and price what's going to happen in the future. So instead of trading stocks, crypto, or bonds, you could trade, buy and sell events, what's going to happen. So an example is who's going to win an election, what will happen to interest rates, or what will happen to climate change and things and a lot of things like that. And we started the company around 7 years ago after working for around 3 years in Wall Street, really trying to build a better way for people to trade and get exposure on the future.
That is amazing, because now you're seeing a lot of people wake up to the opportunities here. You've got competition coming from all ends. Of course, there's Polymarket, but there's others actually seeing what you're doing and wanting to do the same. How are you handling the upstarts that are coming and trying to compete with Kalshi?
Well, we always knew that if we got where we are now, there was going to be everyone and their moms trying to copy what we're doing. And we actually really welcome competition. I think what we really want is for prediction markets to grow a lot and go mainstream. And more competition is good for customers. For us, what we think is our real differentiator and what really makes us ahead, puts us ahead of everyone else, is better product, better markets, and better liquidity. And we think we're going to continue to have a very big lead against anyone coming into the space now, because we started the company over 7 years ago at this point.
You know, I could see why it has such a wide net and attracts so many people, because you could make a bet on anything and you can do it for as little as $1. What's the average amount of money that people say, I want to, is it $100, $50 that you say, I want to bet on this and this is going to be the next Fed chair, or it's going to rain tomorrow, whatever it is?
Right, so you can start, as you said, with as little as $1, but I believe the average trade size is around $50 to $100, but I don't have the exact numbers.
Okay, and in terms of the interest, who's trading? Who's making these bets? What's the audience age and sort of demographic, Luana?
It really is everyone, because the premise of Kalshi is that everyone is an expert on something. So anyone that has a very strong hobby or opinion about something is able to find the market on Kalshi and be able to capitalize on their knowledge. So one example, one of our biggest users is actually an Ariana Grande superfan. They've been a fan of music and following the charts for many, many years, and found Kalshi and was able to now make over $70,000 trading on music charts, pay back student loans, buy a car, and I think is putting himself through a master's degree now. So really is anyone that has an opinion, has a knowledge about something, and wants to find a way to capitalize on it.
And tell me about the backdrop regulatory-wise. This is a regulated market, but how is this different than gambling?
Right, Kalshi is a federally regulated exchange, and we operate like a financial exchange. So basically, you can think of Kalshi as a matching engine. We're matching buyers and sellers, buying contracts of what's going to happen in the future. So we operate completely different from a sports book or a casino. We are not making money when people lose. We're not trading against anyone. You know, the house always wins. Kalshi is not a house. So we really operate very, very differently. We are like a financial exchange, sort of like the New York Stock Exchange, for example.
Very interesting. Now, you recently did a deal with Coinbase. Tell me about that. Is that where you think things are going, digital assets?
Right. Well, we have partnerships with a lot of different brokers. As an exchange, if you think about the New York Stock Exchange, right, you can trade stocks through a lot of different platforms and a lot of different apps. And Kalshi is the exchange. So we're able to connect to a lot of different brokers, and each of them brings millions of customers to Kalshi and to trading prediction markets. And Coinbase obviously is an amazing company, an amazing partner that we think is going to bring a lot of new users and expose a lot of new users to prediction markets, which we're very, very excited about.
And tell me, in terms of the growth story going forward, you're already valued at $11 billion. The company is the exit strategy here to take the company public?
That is the long-term goal. We're not planning on that right now. We really focus on just building the best product that we can and just making the users very happy and really build just a fantastic product. But yes, we want to grow the company way bigger than it is now. So yeah.
What's the most common bet out there? What do you see people wanting to know and wanting to make predictions on?
It really depends, and it depends on what's very hot in the news at the moment, right? So if you think a year ago, the election market was very, very big and really was the biggest market we had at the time. And then you could see throughout the year that whatever is very in the news gets most of the trading volume. So the TikTok, for example, TikTok be banned at the time was the most traded market. For example, football season, football markets get a lot of trading volume. So it really depends.
All right. Well, what an idea, a blockbuster idea, as you can see from the crowded market now. Luana, congratulations. We'll be watching Kalshi.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.